because it's another great day in South Carolina. We could not be more thrilled. You know, the one thing I want to talk about is Daimler's actually been a part of our South Carolina family for 10 years now. What's impressive is that through 3 expansions, we have now seen something that's pretty spectacular. It shows the strength of the relationship between the company and the state. It shows the strength of our friendships as we continue to build together successfully. I had visited the assembly plant before. It was already an impressive sight. But the idea that Mercedes-Benz vans chose South Carolina to be their only spot in the United States to manufacture these vans of excellence is a huge, huge thing for the state of South Carolina, and we thank you very, very much. If you have not seen these Sprinter vans, these are the Mac Daddy of Sprinter vans. I am going to tell you, they are stunning. They are beautiful. Every part of it matches the brand that's Mercedes-Benz. It is excellence. It is everything. It's top quality. They focus on service. They focus on customer service. Every part of this company is committed to every customer they ever had. And I want to first thank, I know we have almost 200 associates now. Would you please stand if you're here? Please take time to thank those associates because you did this. You did this. We would love to have it happen. We would love to build a relationship and make it strong. But you did this because you make things with pride in South Carolina. You showed them commitment. You showed them work ethic. You showed them that you wanted to be a part of the Daimler Mercedes-Benz family. And they took that commitment and that loyalty very seriously. Because when it comes to building something of excellence, none of that happens without proof of a good workforce. When it comes to building something where you're trying to grow your reputation, none of that happens without looking at the reputation of your workforce. And so you here have brought us today. I want to congratulate you and personally thank you for continuing to show what a South Carolina workforce looks like. We will stop at nothing to make sure that it is top quality, and that is something we're very proud of. If you have not seen one of these Mercedes-Benz Sprinter vans, get ready. I want one. I mean, they're fantastic. And so as you look towards this, just know that I think we're going to see these Sprinter vans not only all over South Carolina, we're going to see them all over the country. And it's going to be something that we can partner with and share as we go forward. Mr. Morningweg, as well as Michael, I want to thank you both for your friendship, for the relationship, for our ability to talk through the situations. We will keep you ahead of schedule. That's my job. It's actually Bobby's job, but that's my job. And we will make sure that you have a complete team around you. What I want you to know is what we've said to you from the very beginning. We've got your back. There's nothing you will ever want or need that the people and the team of South Carolina won't deliver. Because you've made a sacrifice. $500 million invested. 1,300 families will now be able to thank you. And for that, we owe you a big debt of gratitude. We're looking for high success, high volume sales, high productivity. I can't wait to see the first one roll off the line. And I will tell you that you have truly not just excited North Charleston or the county, you have excited all of South Carolina today. I want to thank all of our local officials, all of our delegation, all of course, Commerce, for their tireless work, for Secretary Hitt and everybody that works with him, also with the ports that continue to work with us, and all of our corporate partners in the area. Because our job right now is to make sure that we wrap our arms around this company and we don't let go. During challenges, we're going to be there. During successes, we're going to celebrate. But either way, this is family. You have been our family for quite a while. 3 expansions in 1 decade makes you really close family. So we want to thank you again. I'm going to ask Mr. Morningweg if he'll come forward, please. And you don't know what's in it. So I want you to know that on behalf of the great people of South Carolina, on behalf of your workforce team, on behalf of this community, we want to thank you for investing in us and believing in us, and we will never let you down. Thank you very much.
Governor, thank you very much. One of the keys to building a globally competitive product is having a globally competitive place to do it with a globally competitive workforce, and that involves our partners at the federal, state, and local level. The governor exemplified and told us today how we've worked closely together for so many years, but we're also pleased to have an individual who has led the competitive dialogue at the federal level for so long. We're very pleased to have with us today Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator Graham has really done it all. A candidate for President of the United States, a senator since 2002, a member of Congress since 1994, a member of the U.S. Air Force, and a tireless advocate for business and foreign direct investment in the United States and our military. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Senator Lindsey Graham.
Thank you all very much. I finished in the top 17. That's pretty good. Guten Tag, wie geht's? Ich wohne in Deutschland für 4 Jahre mit amerikanischen Luftwaffe. For those who speak German, I said, I lived in Germany for 4 years with the Air Force. Out of respect for the German people and your language, I won't speak any more German. And what I really hate is the Germans speak better English than I do. But thanks for coming to South Carolina. The universal language is making money. You're going to make money in South Carolina because of these people back here. And the more money you make, the more money they make. I want to be like, I'm for making money. It's a good thing. So, Governor Haley, to your team, thanks for yet again landing one of the big names in the world to come to South Carolina. You'll talk a little bit about trade. Well, we are where you want to or not, but it's going to be very quick. So, how did this whole relationship start? It started with making the van in Germany, bringing it to South Carolina, breaking it apart, and rebuilding it. Why would you do that? A 25% tariff. Wouldn't it be nice to have a world where you could trade with people in Germany and in South Carolina without having to go through all that mess? There's a downside to trade and there's an upside to trade. You found from that experiment that there's a market in North America for your product. Now you're going to build the van here without a 25% tariff. And if you sell it to Mexico, if you can get it through the wall, if you can, and it may actually go over the wall, you can sell it to Canada without a tariff. Just think about how many units will be made here that will be sold throughout North America without any liability to the people working here. You've proven to one of the premier companies in the world that South Carolina is the place to do business. To the 200, if y'all had not delivered, they wouldn't be here. Do you realize what you've done for other people? I think you should be proud as hell because we're very proud of you. Now, why South Carolina? Burgermeister Sami. I called him the Burgermeister. He thought we'd open up a new fast food chain. He was excited to cut the ribbon. But Keith, the state, Larry, the state, local, and federal officials are one team here. The Port of Charleston is a big asset for you. We've done everything I know to do to get the damn thing to 52 feet, and we're going to get there if I have to get a shovel myself. It is one of the premier places in the world to do business. It is one of the best places in the world to raise your family. The reason you came here and the reason you're staying here is because we know how to say yes. In my business in Washington, you can't get yes. seldom do you get yes. In South Carolina, we try to get you to yes. We're a yes kind of people. Yes, we can. Yes, we will. And to those who invested in South Carolina, who saw South Carolina as the place to put your footprint in the United States, that took a risk, you're going to be the smartest people in Germany. God bless you all very much.
Thank you very much, Senator. You hit the nail right on the head. The key is to have the dialogue with the policymakers at all levels, and we are very pleased to have with us here a tremendous champion who has been a champion over the years. Mayor Sami, as the entire country knows, is a tremendous consensus builder, and that's critical, not just in the community, but in the business environment. He was elected the third mayor of North Charleston in 1994, and he has driven the economy to the tremendous success that we see now. Mayor Sami, we are delighted to have you here. Please join us at the podium.
My 200 colleagues in the back, you know, it's almost biblical. You're multiplying. You are creating 1,300 additional jobs because of your work ethic. And everybody else says South Carolina can't produce these jobs. They don't know anything about South Carolina. We can produce anything you want, from moonshine to anything. We can get it done. But I just want to tell you, I couldn't be more proud of the relationship that has been built. When base closure came about in '96, everybody was talking doom and gloom for the state of South Carolina, and especially the greater Charleston area. I can tell you today, the state of South Carolina, Charleston, Berkeley, and Dorchester counties are stronger than they have ever been, because out of fear came collaboration, working together to become who we are and what we are today. Bobby Hitt, I want to stand up, Bobby. Bobby Hitt has taken the Department of Commerce to a whole new level in working with local governments and communities. He's the type of guy that's not going to say it can't be done. He's going to say, how the hell are we going to do it? And that's what we need in working together. I have several of my city council members that are here today. Would y'all please stand? Thank y'all very much for your support of what we're doing to grow our community. I only have one challenge for Mercedes. This is the Deep South. I need for you to develop a line for a pickup truck. And when you develop that first pickup truck, and it rolls off the line, I want to buy the first one. Because God bless, I love my American-made pickups, but I would love to cruise around in a Mercedes pickup, pull up to the service station and say, Bubba, I need some gas. You know, it's a great day in South Carolina. Governor, thank you for all you've done to help us get to where we are in this great state. Senator, you came in first in my book. That man has always been here for what's right for this country, standing up for this country, standing up for the military of this country, making sure our men and women are right. I would have the head of my building department here today, because he's the guy y'all going to be dealing with, and we will be here as soon as you need us. We're not going to hold you up, but his daughter-in-law was being promoted today to a position of colonel in the Army, and so he's there with her for that. But you will get, and you know, he doesn't speak good English sometimes, so y'all ought to communicate real well. But he's a great guy, and he'll work with you. But I can tell you, This says so much when you look over here about the quality of the product, what people will be using it for, what services will be rendered, but even more, how many jobs are going to be created, how many children's lives are going to be enhanced because their parents are getting decent, well-paying jobs in this community, how many retail outfits are going to be better off because people are going to be spending money, creating more jobs in that division as well. It's the begat section of the Bible, where one thing begats another. And let me tell you, industry begats wealth for all Americans, and we are proud to say Mercedes is North Charleston. Thank you.
Mayor Summey, thank you very much. And continuing in the great Summey family tradition of public service, we are also delighted to have with us the chairman of the Charleston County Council, who was elected in 2008. Please welcome Chairman Elliott Summey.
Good afternoon, thank y'all. While I was sitting there, and undoubtedly this is being fed live somewhere, my mother texted me, Secretary Higdon, and I verified, I want to apologize on behalf of my father up front. Sometimes he gets a little out of hand. You know, he's a piece of work, that guy. I want to thank some folks, though, before we get started too deep into this. I noticed our Vice Chairman of County Council, Vic Rawls, here with us today. Former Chairman and County Council Member Teddy Pryor is with us today, and our good and great ambassador, Ms. Beverly Craven. And I want to thank our council. You know, when I first got elected in 2008, Vic and I came on at the same time. You know, sometimes it's not very popular to push tax incentives. You know, you get a lot of grief for it sometimes. And not everybody understands economic development. Teddy was one of those guys who always has. And he helped Vic and I. Vic's got a great mind for economic development. And our council, though, is really put our money where our mouth is. And we believe when Secretary Hitt calls what we should be doing, and we always stand next to him, and we try to keep the ball moving forward. I want to thank Governor Haley. And I also want to thank my father. Those are two people who prove, just like the 200 members of this team prove, that when you have a goal and you work hard, anything can be accomplished. Governor Haley and Keith Summey, for the last 8 years, have worked really, really hard to make South Carolina and Charleston and North Charleston a better place to live, and they're doing it with jobs. She walked in and said, I'm going to be the jobs governor, and by the Lord, you've done it. Thank you for all your hard work. But with that comes a team, and she has to have our legislature with her. Saw Representative Jefferson here earlier. He's here with us today. Senator Grooms and Senator Campbell. I tell people all the time, if you want to get something done in Charleston, drive to Berkeley County, because those boys know how to get it done. There's not a group of senators and representatives in this entire state that understand economic development better than those two senators and that representative. We thank you for not only looking out for Berkeley County, but looking out for this region. I also want to mention a fella that sometimes goes unnoticed. Sometimes it's the quiet people behind the scenes that make things happen. And when this guy calls, he always represents his clients the right way. He never asks for too much, he asks for just enough. And his word, you can take it to the bank every time. And that's Rick Tapp and the Nexen Pruitt Law Firm. When Rick calls, the county knows and the state knows that what he's asking is right. Without him, there would be no Mercedes. Without him, there would be no Boeing. And we thank you, Rick, for all your hard work. Governor, Senator, we made a mistake, the three of us. I was with you when you were running for president. I thought it was a great idea. And then you got out. Well, I followed Governor Haley's lead. I supported Marco Rubio. Dad looked at me and said, you need to be with Trump.